Watch out, watch out. This is Jonathan. At this moment, the captain and crew were all cheering. It was actually crawling with king crabs. The captain originally planned to release 3 cages first. After waiting 17 hours, no wonder they are so excited. Such good luck is quite rare. The captain also ran to the deck to unk the keepers with the crew. Since there are so many king crabs here, Jonathan. You can see that there are not many king crabs in the cage. 28 adult male crabs entered the cabin. An average of 4 animals enter every hour. Even if there are only 28 king crabs in each cage. So the captain decided to recycle all the cages immediately. Put in place. Recycling so many cages is definitely a big project. 24/7 work, overtime. Such a good harvest. Until the next day. One cage after another is full of king crabs. Let me. Even though there are still many cages that are not closed, must return to the dock for delivery. They return to Dutch Harbour. This boat full of king crabs. The price given by the terminal processing grant is $9 and 60 cents per pound. After all, the casualty rate of this job can stay on the ship and work. The United States and Russia visit crab farms near the Bering Strait every year. It's just bad weather. On people's physical and mental qualities, although the reward is very generous. See here. That's understandable too. King crabs are allowed to be caught here. A caliper for each member of the crew. After each cage is sorted, report to captain. Record the number of crabs in each cage. You can roughly calculate the weight of this boat of crabs, because this involves the final unloading and weighing back to the dock. Young Captain Black, I encountered such a problem. £5,000 less. £5,000 is more than 4,500 kilograms. Calculate once. This situation, no matter what. It's just very rare. Crew saw a seal basking on the ice, so I came up with the idea of wanting to play on the ice. And it's rare to encounter good weather. The 2 crew members began to let themselves go. This is an American crab boat. Everyone knows that king crab is delicious, but few people know how king crabs are caught. Where is its origin? King crab we saw at the market. Imported from Alaska. Plump and plump. talking about king crab legs. That is to say, another one will grow out. It can also be regenerated. Are you thinking? Buy a king crab and take it home. Then put its body in the fish tank and raise it. Then eat again. This is of course impossible. Based on the water temperature of human living environment, let's find out below. Because after a few days of tossing, king crabs are not easy to catch. The only regular thing is, just find them. Just when the hardest part is to find them. Alaska. The fish is so heavy. Hang the bait that crabs love to eat in the cage. Once a king crab gets in, it can never come out again. This is obviously a newbie responsible for setting up bait. Let him think of a way. Really came up with a bad idea. I dug out all the crew members' stinky socks. Just don't know. Real scene when fishing for king crab. Making every time the crew goes to sea extremely challenging, but everyone only knows that king crab is expensive. Catching king crabs also involves risking your life. Already worth a lot of money. As long as you have the perseverance to persevere. King crabs are caught using trap boxes. Put it on the bottom of the sea. Wait for a certain period of time. This process sounds simple. Just strong winds, huge waves and freezing temperatures. Although the income from doing this is very good, injuries to crew members are inevitable. But seriously injured, come to the rescue. But there are times when there is nothing you can do. Fishermen lost their lives. Catching king crab is never as easy as imagined. There is a circulating water pump in the water tank, but try not to exceed 10 days, because the density is too high. The moment you open the cabin, but as Crab Boy continues, the crew members all look serious. It is also directly linked to their income. Kill those around. Eventually, there will be more and more. No one will collect dead crabs. Pour it back into the sea to become harmless material. Real scene of catching king crab. Quite a few of them come from here. The cages he releases are rarely empty. The number remains at the level of 5060. The crew members have been with him for many years. Ancient king crabs were found far away from land in the Bering Sea. Lawless. SIG in the process of catching crabs. Because the inspection is very strict, not only will there be huge fines, soon Coast Guard members were on board the ship. First, they will ask if there are any illegal weapons on board. Team members will even get into the tail cabin. Want to hide something illegal here? Check very carefully. Then check the documents of each crew member before every ship goes to sea. If there is an extra person during the inspection, then I need to give the commander a perfect explanation. Log. This is a very serious matter. Fortunately, there was nothing wrong with the final check. The Coast Guard will be leaving soon by boat. So, catch blue king crab. There can be 20 or 30 blue crabs in the cage. Sometimes you may get nothing for several days. Randy king crab in cage. And this harvest lasted for 20 hours. Finally, after 10 days of fishing, cause loss of dead crabs. His final catch weighed 137,000 pounds. Ready to go again. Also use this time to come to the hospital for treatment. Compared to blue line, their total catch weight was 216,500 pounds. In our seafood market, one can cost several thousand yuan at most. Although king crab is expensive, maybe you will understand more or less. Every October, it's time to start fishing for king crabs. Female seafarers receive equal pay as male seafarers for equal work. But no one is complaining because of the recent price of king crab. If all 6 cabins can be filled, meal time. Cooking on a rickety boat is really annoying. A whole day on the Marie. If all cages were like this, return to port soon. Captain Casey arrives at another release site. However, today I don't have the good luck of yesterday. This made the leader very depressed. Of course, he wants to take action when the price is high. It will definitely waste a lot of time. At this time, the clever Captain Casey came up with an idea. There are 2 crab boats over there in Russian waters, not moving for several days. But you can refer to their setting depth, different colors on screen. Because king crabs are very sensitive to water temperature, it just needs to be on its own side. Unexpectedly, it was a great success. The cage is raised again. It's quite rare to have this many in a cage. There are still 98 adult males. And finally mentioned all the cages. This greatly speeds up the delivery time for the tail dog. One-on-one talk about. Finally, after 12 days of hard work day and night, the captain then returned to Dutch Harbour at full speed to unload. A perfect end to this king crab season. Relative to fishing for red king crab, not only is the quantity small, but things are rare and valuable. Although it looks like there are some blue crabs, only 4 legal adult male crabs were picked out. This is also the case with many cages mentioned later. On average, there are only 2 blue land crabs per cage. The captains will not pull back the young crabs, and the female crabs either. Fishing license may also be revoked. Processing plants don't dare to accept such small crabs either. The captain can only recycle the equipment and exchange it for a sea area. The number of crabs in the cage has indeed improved. But this has made the captain quite excited. But for the past few days, Milong, blue king crabs are more fragile than red king crabs. So on the 9th day, they also have to return to the dock to deliver the goods. The captain estimated there were 50 pounds of blue line in the hold. Even though the processing plant quoted a price of $14 per pound, everyone has very little left in their hands. There was an awkward atmosphere in the cabin. This was a failed sea experience. King crab fishing is a very risky job, although the income is rich. And we have to face high-intensity labor every day. Big waves hit the boat from time to time. Low temperatures of tens of degrees below zero, and although the waves are huge, because of the delivery date of king crab, this process will probably last about a day. He has good luck today. There are 60 adult male crabs. And the number of cages lifted behind is increasing. Without help, 97 adult male crabs entered the cabin. 97. Ah ha ha. so many king crabs. At this time, a crew member operating machinery on a ship. So the Coast Guard was called to come to the rescue. After the helicopter arrived at the scene, rescuers on the plane. 24 hours later, there is no doubt about Seeger's ability. On the 7th day, keep going according to the current catch amount. He's indeed one of the most stable captains in the Bering Sea. Compared to Captain Sig, Harvest is more depressing. The cage he recovered. And this lasted for a full 14 days. Not even half of the cabin is full. In order to prevent the king crabs from staying in the cabin for 14 days. Back to the port. This has been a failed trip for them. When danger really comes, a crab boat sinks in the middle of the night. Hurry to the sea area where the incident occurred. They only found some cables from the ship. Then a damaged life raft was found. The Bering Sea in this season. Even wearing a thermal life jacket, there is no hope of survival. The team members discovered a figure floating on the sea. There is obviously no sign of life. The team members could only rope down to the sea. Another life raft was found. There were 4 surviving crew members on this life raft. The 4 rescued crew members were rushed to the base. While the other 7 crew members and their fishing boats. Crew on life raft. How desperate I must be. Several surviving crew members still couldn't let go of the incident when they talked about it.